can I ask something regarding what we were talking with him this evening?
Why not? Well,
we were talking regarding the Spain.
Yes.
How the Muslims were there, and I have visited the Cordoba Mosque, and I was explaining to him how it looks, and I have been to Alhambra, the palace.
Correct.
And I've seen, and I was explaining him when we were discussing how the Muslims had to leave Spain.
Right.
So will Hazur give something? What were the main causes of the Muslims? We thought
during
of the Muslims.
During an address in Hilton Hotel, I spoke on this subject partly, and that should suffice you. I mean, if you listen to the tape, it's also video recorded.
For him,
He can also see the video, can't he? I mean, there was a lecture about an hour or some minutes, so I can't repeat it here, all of it. So you better provide him with the video recording of the Hilton Hotel address. It was in the Hilton Hotel Lahore, I mean. So after that, if you gentlemen asked questions as well, and I answered the questions there, so that video will be quite useful for him if he listens to that and use it. Please. It should be available here, shouldn't it?
No, I think so. Huh? It is definitely available.
No, the video should also be available. You get, if not, you have it brought. Otherwise, give him a video, tape recording, cassette recording. Yes, please. Yes, you can. Please.
I have a cassette.
Yes, please.
I have a cassette.
This is still not. It's in the process of turning towards you. Now.
I have a cassette available, the one that you are referring to, in which Huzur, at great length, related the history of the Muslims'
Exodus
from
correct.
And I can make that available.
Very good, very good. So you can get it from me. Yes. Yes, please.
I'm still hesitating to place this question before you, Huzur, but it has been agitating me, and today itself certain other friends, they also voiced the same feelings. And I was told, though I was not present, for you had in a way replied to this question earlier, soon after you arrived here, sir. That's about the possibility or coming of a prophet after our Hazrat Masih Maud. Our argument has been that, well, this is a great rahmat and this cannot be a stop. But a feeling, or some people feel that a belief is developing in our community also, that after Hazrat Masih Maud there will be no other prophet. My question is, could not there be like prophets after Moses who were caliphs to him? Could not we, our caliphs, also get that degree, not ulama Israel, but prophets themselves?
You know, when you say ulama ummati, you can come and sit here now. When you say ulama ummati ka anbiya bani Israel, and also insist that the prophet should not be like this, mentioned in this tradition, then you stop the way for prophethood. The fact is that those who are like the prophets of Israel are no less than prophets. This is an inferiority complex of which the whole ummah is suffering, unfortunately. They are a better ummah than any ummah that ever came. They have been revealed the best of messages. Their station is much higher than any people who passed before Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if they they resemble someone before them, they resemble in a better sense, not in a lower and inferior sense. The proof for this is that exactly the same word kama is used in relation to Hazur sallallahu alaihi wasallam resembling Hazrat Moses. It doesn't mean that he just resembles but is not as great as he was, na'uzubillah min dhalik. It's exactly the opposite. Kama is used for denoting similarity, but he is far superior. So Hazrat Masih Maud ﷺ has solved this problem for us by saying, हम हुए खैरे उमम, तुझसे ही है खैरे रसूल, तेरे बढ़ने से कदम आगे बढ़ाया हमने. That we are the best of the people because you are the best of the leaders. It was you who went forward first and then we followed step by step. So the followers of Hazur sallallahu alaihi wasallam suffering from this complex that the very best has been finished forever, and even if Hazur sallallahu alaihi wasallam tells them that there will be among you my followers who would be like the prophets of Israel, they say, oh yes, we would be like them but not, the ones, of course. We're too small, too humble to be raised to such a status. In comparison to Hazur sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are too humble to be equated with his followers. This is the truth. This is the true position, not the other way around. And this was understood by Hazrat Moses himself much better than the mullah of today. And this was related by no less a person than Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself. In the tradition he tells us that when the glory of Hazur sallallahu alaihi wasallam was revealed to Hazrat Moses, he insisted and beseeched Allah that make me the prophet of that ummah. So Allah said, no, it can't be, because his ummah would have its own prophets. That was the answer which is still recorded in that tradition. And then he said, all right, if not that, if it has to be that ummah, make me one of that ummah. So then God replied, no, it can't happen because you are before and they would be after you. That cannot happen. Then he said, all right, I don't want to be a prophet. Just make me one of the ummah. That was the status of Hazur sallallahu alaihi wasallam revealed to him, so that he desired to be just one of the ummah, not as a prophet. And when Hazur sallallahu alaihi wasallam tells us that ulama ummati ka anbiya bani Israel, the same ulama say, no, they would not be equal, of course. They would be much inferior. It is just by way of endearment. They are degrading the ummah. They are degrading the status of Hazur sallallahu alaihi wasallam and telling us that we are insulting. The shoe is on the other foot. The fact is that it is only Ahmadis who know the true status and the high status of Hazur sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this has been revealed in this verse which Hazrat Masih Maud al-Islam, which I have just quoted. So ulama'u ummati ka anbiya bani Israel is a continuous, lasting prophecy which will continue to hold good until the time when Allah would decide that there is no pious man left on earth, so the whole mankind should be wiped out. That will be the final day for the mankind. But before that, people would appear. And now if you look back in reality, pragmatically at the history of Islam, and pick any of the great saints of Islam, and truly and honestly begin to compare them with the older prophets of Israel. The older prophets appear to be pygmies before these high personalities like Ibn Arabi, like Shah Waliullah Muhaddis Delvi, like Hazrat Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani, and leaving them alone, go back to this time of Sahaba. There are humble servants who are completely ignored by the people of the world.